Hey, good afternoon, guys. Tyler Tatcher here with the Drying Company. For those of you that don't know, we are a home performance company specializing in fixing nasty crawl spaces, cracked foundations, uncomfortable homes, and we even drain the rain with our superior gutter system called Gutter Shutter. Today I'm up in an attic space, helping out a very special homeowner to me, my wife. She is complaining of cold temperatures in certain parts of the house, and we keep our thermostat set to 70 degrees. So let's see what's happening. Being in the home performance industry, we really understand what makes a house more comfortable and more energy efficient for our homeowners. And we really look at three big items to do this. The first one is producing conditioned air efficiently with our heating and cooling equipment. Most homeowners have a heat pump or they have a furnace with an electric air conditioner. So we have to warm the air efficiently in the wintertime months and cool the air efficiently in the summertime months. After producing conditioned air efficiently, we rely on our distribution system or our duct system to get that air into the living space. So I'm up in the attic space. We're using ductwork up here to push that air down into my living space. And if the ductwork isn't well insulated or if it's not well air sealed, we can lose a lot of that energy prior to even making into the living space of the home. The last step is retaining conditioned air and temperature inside the house for as long as possible. And this is where insulation and air sealing come into play. If a house is not well insulated or not well air sealed, it's going to be very uncomfortable. So we go after sealing up holes and improving the insulation levels just to retain that conditioned air and temperature inside the house for as long as possible. So with our house being less than 5 years old, we're producing conditioned air efficiently through our heating and cooling system. We then distribute it efficiently through our duct system that has decent insulation, and the connections where it connects to other pieces of ductwork or down into the house are pretty airtight. And the insulation levels and the air sealing for the house is well done. So we're retaining that conditioned air and temperature pretty well through our home. So what could be making my wife feel cold throughout our house? Well, I believe I found it. And it's something that's more common in new construction homes than existing houses. In new construction, the code recently changed to where we have to introduce fresh air from the outdoors into our houses or into the heating and cooling system, and then that gets distributed down into the living space. So here is what those systems typically look like. There is a duct that goes directly to the outdoors. It passes through a filter box, and then the air carries its way to the return side of the heating and cooling system. As you can see, I have recently disconnected mine. These fresh air systems are designed to kick on for so many minutes an hour, and they pull in whatever the ambient air temperature and humidity is right into the return side of the unit. So right now it's 32 degrees outside, and we are trying to condition the house to 70 degrees, and it's going to make it very, very difficult to do so if that air is being pulled right into the return side before it gets conditioned by the furnace. So we have decided to cut ours off, and that should make a big difference, and my wife should no longer feel these cold pockets throughout the house. Now, let me be very clear. Some houses actually do require fresh air systems, especially ones that were built very, very tight, using well-performing insulation products like spray foam. Some insulation companies will install spray foam insulation throughout the entire home, and this makes the house very, very tight. There are different types of fresh air systems available on the market, and I recommend consulting with an HVAC company to discuss those options. But the one that was installed in my house just isn't performing very efficiently, and that's the reason why I decided to disconnect it. If you have a house that just doesn't seem to be performing, uncomfortable rooms throughout, high energy bills, we'd love to be the company to help out. Give us a call, 757-566-8622. Thanks.